Hi. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. I did put you all a little bit wrong because there was a class on Friday, but it was only on Facebook Live. Got my wires crossed. So anyway, so it did occur. So if you wanted to, you can always go and catch it on there because it does keep playing on there. So on the day I was like, oh, I haven't got the thing to register. So anyway, like I say, it was on there. So hello and welcome and happy Monday. Nice to see you all there. I'm going to zoom over to my chair and we're going to continue with our focus on yoga for neuropathy. So just with a few little neck movements added in just for fun. So let's find our focus on our breath to begin. You can do a little wriggle of the toes just to sort of feel a connection with the earth. Allow your chair to support your body. Feel the sit bones connecting with the base of the chair. Maybe roll the shoulders up and down the back to broaden a little through the chest. And you might like to place your hands palm up on your lap. Just makes the chest broaden a little more, makes you feel more open, and it is like receiving healing energy. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Spine is long. You might have a slight tuck to the chin. And begin to notice the natural flow of the breath. Your chair may support the spine. I'm going to try and maintain that slightly lifted position. So if you sort of don't, the back of the chair isn't keeping your spine in a long, lengthened position, then maybe sit a little forward. And begin to observe the breath. Begin to notice how your breath is flowing today. Take a couple of breaths here. Breathing gently in and out of the nose. Observing the flow of your breath and how the breath is flowing today. Noticing any roughness, any sluggishness to the breath. Maybe smoothing out any rough edges. Maybe lengthening, slightly deepening the breath. And take 2 more rounds of breath. And then we'll do 3 rounds of our box breathing. So at the end of the next exhale, we'll begin to count. So when you're ready, inhale 2, 3, 4. Pause 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. Pause 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Releasing the breath technique, excuse me, and taking a couple more rounds of breath. Just returning to that natural rhythm of your breath. When you're ready, you might flutter the eyes open if they were closed. Bring the hands to rest gently on the thighs. We're going to start with a little neck technique to just release a little bit of tension in the neck. So I might just turn sideways because it's sometimes a bit hard to see from front on. So we're going to keep that length in the spine. We're just going to draw our chin in towards our throat. So only really the chin's moving. So just tucking the chin in, you might feel like you're developing that little bit of an extra chin there. And then release and just soften into a natural look. So the chin draws in and release. We'll do 2 more and we'll hold at the end. So in, just feel that chin, you might tuck it a little tighter. And then relax, and turn to face you again. And the last one, we're going to tuck. And we've got the soundtrack of the dog, looking at the birds as we hold for one more breath, just really tucking the chin in. Your shoulders will be well rolled in one direction and we'll go the other way. So back. If you come forward first, you can now go back, or if you were moving the shoulders back and round, you can come forward. There we are. Perfect. One more. And then bringing the shoulders back to neutral position. And we're next going to move through, I call it the slow nod. So with an inhale, just bringing the chin, lifting the chin, maybe gazing up. Feel that nice stretch in the front of the throat. And then tucking the chin down. Inhale, lifting the chin. We've got a lot of wood pigeons at the moment, and they just really look like they shouldn't be attached to the trees. So my small dog has to sort of tell them that they shouldn't be invading the property. And lower down. And then bring our gaze back to neutral. Do a little turn. So gentle gaze towards the right. Sometimes the first time you sort of turn to look in one direction, you want to make it a little bit smaller. Just warming up the neck. We'll do one more each side. Inhale back to center, exhale to. Maybe you can turn it a little further this time. Inhale back. And towards the left. Coming back to center. This time we're going to add an arm to our movements. So inhale to lift the right arm. And the gaze can be forward, or you could gaze slightly up. The arm could be a little soft. And as you exhale and lower the hand, we're going to turn away. So lowering down, turning the head. Inhale to lift. And exhale, turning away, lowering the arm. Let's do one more each side. Lift and release. This is really nice for releasing any tension, lifting up. And the neck or between the shoulder blades. Sometimes you get that sort of real knot, that sort of ball of tightness just in between the shoulder blades where you hold tension. We might do one more each side. So lifting the arm and then turning the head away as we lower down. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Fantastic. Maybe you just roll one way and the other. And then gently lowering, we'll let the right ear just drop down towards the right shoulder. Feel that really nice little length through the side of the neck. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to centre. We'll do one more each side. Exhale. Inhale. Head back to centre. And this time when you drop the right ear down, you're going to bring the right ear coming to right shoulder, left hand coming to the right side of the chest. There we are. Sometimes resist lefts and rights because they get all a bit skew. And while we've got that, we can sort of let that shoulder relax down. Sometimes it wants to lift up. So hand to the side of the chest. And then we're just going to open out. So bringing that left hand out, a little bit of an expansion through the chest, sort of drawing the elbow back. Bringing the hand back to connect. Do one more. Opening and expanding. You can feel that arm reaching out. Nice. Keeping the head sort of dropping over towards that side, the shoulder relaxed. This time we'll open up the arm. So inhale, open, and just back of the hand is sort of reaching back behind you. You feel a little bit more release in the neck. The hand back. Bring the ear back to its neutral position, head comes back, and then we'll bring opposite hand, release that hand down and drop the ear to the other side. So we've just reversed it all. I just did it in the opposite way. Okay, inhale, open, elbow, reaching back. Exhale. Inhale, open and expand. And using the breath, feel that breath supporting you. Exhale. Inhale, opening out. Reaching back. And hand coming back. Bringing the ear back to centre. And we'll bring the other hand up so we've got both our hands just resting on the side of the chest. You might like to ease a little forward in the chair and do a few gentle twists in the body. So inhale to expand, exhale, gentle twist to the right, inhale back to centre. Exhale, twisting round to the left. You won't go very far. Just feel a nice sort of small rotation in the spine. One more each side. Use the breath. Coming back to centre. And last one. And coming back. Bring the arms into the I Dream of Genie. Perfect. Everyone knows what that is. Exhale. If I said that to young people, they may not. Inhale back. Exhale. Coming back to centre, we'll do one more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, fingertip to fingertip, and you'll find that you've got much more rotation now. Centre, gentle twist, back, one more each side. Try and keep those elbows lifted. They sort of, this is the last thing in the arms. Now, coming back, and then release down, a little shake of the wrists. Maybe a shake of the arms, and you might even give your arms a little pat, just to sort of more a rub, just so they're not too worn out. Perfect. Lovely. Shaking out the wrists, just, you might go forward, to the side, up, and down. Right around. Shaking around the other way. Perfect. Wonderful. And then we'll flick the fingers. So flicking one at a time, we're sending all our love out into our yoga community. Beautiful. So flicking, first finger, big finger, ring finger, little finger, and then working back. Beautiful. Then we're going to do, come down into our legs. So I'm just going to see how much, I might turn sideways to give a little bit more, even just turn my chin around a little bit so that I'm sort of here, just to give a little bit of space. So we'll start to do, on the Friday class I did on the live, Facebook Live, we did some of the Pawan Mukta Asana series. So we'll do some of the leg movements with that, which is really great for this theme of supporting neuropathy. So beginning with the legs slightly extended, they could have softish knees if that's more comfortable for you. And then we'll start with a real scrunch into the toes. So scrunching the toes up, and then drawing and spreading the toes. So scrunch. If you've got shoes or big socks on, you can do sort of more of a visualization. Spread, and really feel like you're trying to spread the toes out. Scrunching, spread. We'll do two more of these. Scrunch, spreading the toes. One more. Scrunching up, and then toes spread wide. And now continuing with that, we're going to really point and stretch the top of the foot, so pointing the toes sort of quite strongly and then flexing the feet. So really toes drawing back, so the whole foot, you can feel that stretch in the bottom of the foot. And some of these, especially the one we did before, the scrunching of the toes, sometimes that can create a little bit of tightness or cramping in the foot, but if you persevere, that's a really good one for helping foot cramps by making all the muscles in the feet a little bit more relaxed. Sometimes it's a bit more subtlety into the feet to help with any sort of cramp that you experience. Okay, we'll do two more. Point, flex, point, and flex. Beautiful. And then let's keep our feet connected with the earth, and we'll do a few circles into our ankles. So maybe circling the feet away. Circling, it's like windshield wipers going away from each other. And the old models of cars, I'm sure they used to do that. And then we'll do the modern window wipers that they both go in the same direction. And then going the other way. And then if there's a way that you haven't been already, maybe towards, maybe one way and one the other, see how that works. Circling in different directions. Okay, and then we'll come back to centre. I'm just going to scoot around in my chair a little bit more. And we'll start with the lifted foot, opposite ankle, opposite wrist. just to work the brain into the mix. Working these contralateral movements just help with our sort of keeping our brain fresh and young. Fantastic. And then we'll swap that to the other side. So one, doesn't matter which side you're doing. You might be left ankle, right wrist, or the other way. Down. Should we try both? I have to sit back in my chair a little bit, it's all around the wrong way. It's a good test of the abs doing both. You have to be quite supported. So working both directions, and maybe should we try and do a little bit of a figure eight? I've got everything going all different directions, as you can see. Beautiful. Okay, and then we'll shake out the wrists. And the next movement that we're going to do is our ankle crank. So I'll give you a demonstration. We've got probably a few versions. It just depends what's comfortable. So if it suits to bring the foot up, what we want to do is like cranking up the old sort of car that you had. So bring the knee up, and then you're using the hand to actually turn that ankle. Now I had a little prop, but you could do it a little further down if that's more accessible for you. Or if you had something like a strap, you can use the strap to support the ankle. So turning one direction and then another. This is really nice for releasing tension in the ankle. And then we'll even up, so moving to the other side. And notice you might find that one side is quite different than the other, so you might have a little bit more range of movement. I'm just going to have in case you felt like that wasn't accessible, you can use any old thing, but I've just got my sock here, so I thought, well, you can just use to give you just that little bit more. So you could hold, and then you can use that to create a little bit. If the legs are too long and the arms are a little bit shorter, it's giving you that sort of different range of movement. Or you might have a block that you could put your sort of foot on. So that's just giving some extra options to be able to try that out if the legs don't feel like they're able to lift quite so high on one side. Okie dokie. So then we're going to move to, and once again, I'm glad I've got my sock because it gives me a few more options. So we're going to do where we sort of circle, so drawing a circle. Now we have done this one before, and you can keep the foot down and draw the circle on the carpet. But if you wanted to create a little bit more lift, you can use something like a sock or a cord from a dressing gown or a scarf, and that means you can still be lifted, but you can draw the circle. Having something to assist, to just create a little bit more space in the body. 4 or 5 circles in each direction. And you feel like you've done enough on that side, we'll move to the other side, noticing how the body feels on each side, the difference. You can move a small circle or a larger one. You can go really, really slow, feeling into every sort of curve in that circle, going the other way. Beautiful. Fantastic. And that's worked into sort of our knee. So we're going to work our way up. So next movement we're going to work into our hip. So we'll start with our opening the gate. Your extra helper could help you with your lifting up, out, around. You might slide the leg to open out and come back. So we'll do 2 more on this side, opening, finding that bit of space in that hip area, coming back, 1 more on this side. Beautiful. The breath and the movement combined. Moving to the opposite side, so choosing what movement feels good here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Twice more. You can do the different movements, a couple of each. Open and close. Fabulous. Then we'll go back to the first side. This is my favourite one. So this is called rocking the baby. So depending once again, so I'll start with using my self-made prop. So we're going to rock the leg from side to side. So you could hold the ankle or the foot, or you can bring the leg up a little higher and hold on to it like a little baby. So some people will have really good range of movement. They might even be able to bring the knee right into the armpit. I sort of find it comfortable pressing into my elbow, but the hand doesn't need to sort of be holding there. I can see each person has a different thing that suits them. So, like I say, if you had some sort of strap, an old tie or something, you can just put it around the foot and use that to create a little bit more length. So here we go, look, we've got our trusty sock. Couple more on the side. Working out what feels good for you. Beautiful. And then releasing. And that's such a nice one. It really softens and opens into that hip area. So we'll try that on the other side. See what feels good for you, what you like, what hold you like on this side. I feel like you're almost giving the leg a nice little hug there. So sending some nice loving energy into those legs. Beautiful. One more of these, and then releasing that foot down. A little pat into the legs, maybe a little rub, just getting that blood flow going. And then we'll move through a few rounds of our cat-cow, looking after the spine and the neck. So starting whichever position of the hands suits you, find that drawing the heart through, so really broadening and expanding through the chest. Tucking chin, rounding, navel comes back, round. Moving with the breath, and just come sideways. So inhale and exhale. Your body might like a small movement or really expansive movement. Do one more of these. And you can continue with this movement or maybe adding in some arms. So when you come into your cow, you might broaden and expand through the chest. When you round into cat, the forearms can come together. Opening, expanding. Maybe add a leg, little knee up. And expand, contract, open, and close. Just feel that sort of wonderful opening of the heart space. And drawing that nice loving healing energy back into the body. We'll do one more. And then releasing. Bring the knees a little wider. And as a variation, so we're going to do a couple of different movements here. So we'll start finding where the legs feel comfortable. If you wanted to, you could actually extend the legs out. I'm going to do, this is in our Pawan Muktasana series 2. So a little bit more into the full body than the extremities. So depending what feels good for you, and we'll start maybe looking at a broaden through the chest. And I'll bend my knees just so that you can sort of have that version. If you feel really flexible, like I say, the legs could be long. And then as we exhale, we're going to reach over towards the opposite leg. So hand could come to the knee, the shin, the ankle, and then inhale up. So just little twist, exhale, inhale, exhale. You might find cactus arms are better, so reaching over, inhale, cactus arms, exhale, reaching over. Let's do a couple more each side, releasing, inhale up, exhale, twist. Maybe one more each side. Expand, and if your legs were wide and long, then you can reach down, lift, and lower. Coming back, bringing the knees in. And we'll just bring our hands to heart center to start with. Find a place where you sort of feel like you've got a little bit of lengthening in the inner thigh. So we're doing our seated goddess. Want to have a little tuck of the tailbone, sort of backs long, feel like you're pressing your shoulders into a wall, and little easing, bring the hands to heart center. We'll just take 3 rounds of breath here, feeling that inner goddess. One more breath. And bringing the arms into a cactus-like position. You might like to bring the knees a little closer. You might feel like you've really extended those inner thighs enough. We'll just do a little side stretch, so dropping one elbow down, feeling that length through the side body. Inhale to come up, exhale. Do one more each side. Lift and lower. Lifting up and lowering down. Going back to center, hands come back to heart center. You can ease the knees in. You might even like to use your hands to just bring the knees back to a comfortable distance apart. And we'll do one last heart opening movement here. So pressing the palms together and then clasping the hands as you press the hands away. So expanding through the back. I like this one because you sort of broaden through the back and the front of the back. Lifting up to wherever it feels good for you. So a little lift of the palms towards the sky. Release, dropping the hands down. And you can either clasp behind the back or take hold of the chair. So maybe the back of the chair or the sides of the chair. And just shine that heart forward, shoulders down and blending in towards one another. Look at that, perfect. Beautiful open hearts. Sending the breath to that anahata, our heart chakra. And then releasing. We'll bring our hands back to heart center. We'll do that one more time. So pressing away, non-familiar clasp. Send the breath into that upper back. Reaching palms towards the sky. Soft elbows. Hands, fingertips float down. Holding the chair where it suits. Broadening and expanding. One more round of breath here. Beautiful. And then release. We'll bring our hands back into our Anjali Mudra and finish with 2 rounds of our sun breath. So inhale, fingertips slowly towards the sky. Exhale, pressing palms away, floating down to the sides. Reverse. Inhale, scooping up all that energy. Palms touch overhead, maybe you gaze towards the thumbs, bringing the hands back down to heart center. Once more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, scooping up, just feel all that beautiful, healing, loving energy. Palms touch and then drawing it down into the heart space. Fantastic. Take 2 final rounds of breath here. And then bringing the hands back to rest on the thighs, wherever it's comfortable, maybe easing your body back in your chair to find that position of comfort and ease. Soles of the feet connecting with the earth once more. And let the shoulders soften and relax. Spine is long. Soften the brow, soften the jaw, whole face, whole body, comfortable, relaxed, at ease. Now picture yourself in a park. It's early morning. Sun is just rising. And the park is empty, except for yourself. It's a beautiful park, calm, peaceful. You walk barefoot across the soft, springy grass. You hear birds whistle and call as they welcome in the new day. As you walk through the park, you come to a flower garden. You see all flowers, all colours of the rainbow, beautiful gardens of flowers. As you walk, you smell their sweet scent drifting on the breeze. You stop and gaze at a particular flower. Notice the early morning dewdrops glistening like jewels on the petals. You walk on a little further and come to a fish pond. See goldfish swimming in and out amongst water lilies. You feel yourself being slightly mesmerized by the undulating movements. As you walk on a little further, come to a stand of trees. Tall, stately trees. Wide, spreading trees. Some trees with branches that are bare. And some still holding on to their dark emerald leaves. As you walk through the trees, you come to an open space with a small building at the centre. Surrounded by a golden glowing light. As you walk towards the building, you feel a sense of warmth emanating. Step inside, sit down on the floor and feel a deep sense of peace and harmony washing over you. The body feels soft and relaxed. The mind quietens. As you sit here, feeling relaxed, peaceful, and calm, take a few more rounds of breath to enjoy the quiet stillness. Slowly and gently now, bringing awareness back to the body, resting in the chair. Feel a warm breath flowing through you, bringing a sensation of peace and calm to the whole body. Gently now bring a little movement into fingers and toes, a wriggle of the fingers, a wiggle of toes. Bring the palms to touch, rub them, create a little warmth. Place the warmed hands over the eyes, gently opening and closing the eyes behind the hand. Rub the hands together again. Place them over the eyes once more. Blink, blink, blink. Take your hands, wrapping them around your shoulders, giving yourself a great big hug. Saying to yourself, I am completely calm. Unwrapping the arms, wrapping them in the other direction, giving yourself another hug. Saying to yourself, I feel relaxed and serene.
When you're ready to release that hug, bring the hands back to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. The inner calm in me sees and acknowledges the inner calm in all of you. Namaste.